This is a wrestling content channel where we give some really good analysis, things that you never heard or seen before, hopefully. And if people say yes, they heard it before, well, that's the consensus. Now, I am reviewing Raw, what just happened, the Raw after the Royal Rumble. What a great Rumble it was. Well, some of it. And usually I do segment by segment, but I'm like, no, let me do a thematic review. Just pull out the most important bits and just do some analysis on it. So there are three things in this thematic analysis that I am going to talk about today. Number one is the testing and the exam. And I am going to explain that about Jay and Charlotte as the Royal Rumble winners. We are going to talk about testing exam, how WWE is testing things as they go, as a rapid prototype and like iterative just prototyping. Number two is missed opportunities of the factions and championships. And the third thing we're going to talk about is the well has run dry, and we are talking about these non-bulletproof people. None of these characters are bulletproof anymore. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. So let's get into it and the analysis. Right, so my first point of the thematic review is testing and exam. Now, sometimes you got to look at the business, the creative side of wrestling. You cannot just be like, well, this happens and this happens. You have to understand why and how WWE are making their creative decisions. Now, people get mad when Triple H or the creative are doing new things. He shocked the world with Jey Uso. I am not mad at it. Go cry a river. And the proof is in the pudding, because when Jay came out, he had a standing ovation, not doing anything. Well, obviously he worked to that position, but he just came out and the crowd overall loved him. It felt like Cody Rhodes last year. He is the new Cody Rhodes. And whether you like it or not, the people love him, and he's super over, and people like that he's super genuine, and they love Jey Uso, whether you like it or not. I am not a big, huge Rhea Ripley fan. I don't get it. I think that she's just a goth China. China ran and walked so Rhea Ripley can run. But I have to accept that Rhea Ripley is a star. Rhea Ripley is a star. People love her. They love her mommy. They love her look and all that kind of stuff. I just got to accept it. So all you people saying bad things about Jay, you gotta accept he's a star. He might not be your favourite, he's not your favourite cup of tea. I like peppermint tea, you might like chamomile. It's just different things. Doesn't mean they're bad people or bad superstars. So who was in doubt, saying that Jey Uso is not over, today was the test and the exam. I think Jey Uso did all of the coursework, and today he is paying off the exam A star. To get an A, like double A score, is how Triple H, this is a test of Triple H booking, if he can creatively get Jey Uso into the main event and get us interested. That I'm intrigued of where he's going, right? It's intriguing. I don't know what's happening. So I like the unpredictability. Now, testing with Charlotte Flair. Now, we can all not deny how great she is, and I had to think about it. Apart from Jade Cargill, which I think she should have had a push and could have had a good rub onto WrestleMania, why did she win? She's the best on the roster. Even though I love Naomi, I'm a Naomi stan, I'm a Zoe Stark stan. She's the best on the roster as a star. They don't book Naomi as a star, they book her as a utility player, so I've got to put my prejudice aside and just be honest and give that analysis. Pound for pound, Charlotte is the bigger star, and she's amazing at her job. I cannot lie, right? So it makes a perfect choice. Now, I was watching her. Is she a heel when she came on Raw, or is she a babyface? She was started off as a babyface. Now people say, oh, I've been hearing, oh, it's awful her promo. This woman had to go from babyface to heel, or babyface to in betweener, in middle of her promo, and you guys didn't catch that. Some of us did. But listen, the woman, when you're a babyface, you do not go in your entrance and touch the kid's hands and do fist bumps. A heel wouldn't do that, right? She comes in, she does even try to do the cheap pop and say Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. People getting annoyed with Cleveland. She was testing, she was like, I'm trying to be a baby face, but you guys are rejecting me. Just like how you guys when Roman Reigns lost in the the WrestleMania last year, you guys turned him into a face and just disrupted the whole bloodline storyline and dragging it out. Okay, and you made him a face. So this is what it is. So she's like, she tried to even give you like heartbreaking thing. I came back from a heart injury, and maybe it's hard for her as well. I just saw some reports that she's getting divorced from Andrade. I was like, oh gosh, another divorce, but it is what it is. I just hope that she's well and both of them are well. But she's testing like, I came as a babyface, and then she had to test and test, and then eventually she's like, F it, I'll just be a heel. So I don't think, if we are thinking about creative and what Charlotte done, she had to overcome a very semi-hostile crowd. It was half and half. So WWE, I believe, did the best what they could with the women booking decision towards WrestleMania of a sure bet. And you guys are making Charlotte a heel, where I feel like she could have came as an in-betweener or a really good baby face. It is what it is. And even Rhea tried to help in the promo, and listen to her, I respect you, and all this kind of stuff. Now, you know, it's not part of my review, but I need to do a really deep dive on these promos, because it's so annoying. It's like, I like you, I respect you, you can't lace one of my books, I need to have an opportunity. Yeah, insert catchphrase, insert city. Yeah. And that's it. And catchphrase at the end, and then music begins. It's just, the promoing ain't promoing. Apart from CM Punk does really good promos, because he makes it, and you know, even when people criticize Jay and not doing good promos, at least it feels authentic. Okay. Alright, so let's go to the second thing, missed opportunities. So my heart is breaking. It is broken. It is broken with the New Day. I had high hopes for Kofi. I had high hopes for Xavier. What is the plan? What is the stupid plan with them? On the undercard, you have the tag team division. You have so much stuff going on, and they're doing the stupidness with his meanest matches. I love Rey Mysterio. I love that guy. I love him. However, I don't see the point of doing this. Where is this going? I don't know where this is going. I want WrestleMania. Need to be booked on WrestleMania and have a bloody story. Not some random feud with LWO. I do not care. PFC. Now, people don't like PFC because they booked as stupidness. They're not dominant. If they're a faction, I think they're the only, apart from Damage Control, and you know, Oscar's gone, and bloody, what's her name? Kai's injured herself or something. And Kairi Sane's got... this should be the dominant heels. All of these people could have decent matches, single matches, with Rhea Ripley, whether we like it or not, but they're booked as jobbers. Sonya Deville was a legit competitor. Shayna Baszler's a legit competitor. And even Zoe Stark, but you book them so poorly, you don't even feel anything. This opportunity with Alpha Academy, they could be a really good faction. They have the talent. Ivy now showed herself in the Royal Rumble that she's very promising. Why are we not using them? Why? Even starting a feud with that Valkyria, what's her name? Lyra Valkyria, and make it mean something. Jesus, she's a foreigner. She's American made. That's an easy thing. You Americans are very xenophobic right now. Sorry, but you are. Not all of you, but you know, political climate. Have it as that. Intercontinental Championship, I don't know what they do. Jesus. Even both. Braun Breaker and Live Valkyria, does it mean anything? Fix it. Stories, 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 stories. You have enough time. I think I look at Raw. I think it was like 2 hours, 20 minutes. You have a good time. How do you build a story in wrestling? You have a good promo. You do a little back and forth, and you build to the PLE. And then you do it again and see you can squeeze 3 matches out of them. A trilogy, if it's good. At least 2. Now the third bit, the well has run dry. Now I'm just gonna do a little Google smoogle. Well has run dry. So what does that mean? A supply or resource has been exhausted. There is no principle left. It's just has been a run. Seth Rollins is doing the same thing again and again and again and again. Right? Seth Rollins is a B+ player now because I said it. He's not a top guy anymore. He's pretending he's a top guy. He looks like a top guy when he has all his whatchamacallit. He can spend how much money on a stylist, but he's not a top guy because all you do is just job out and go, yeah, I lost, I'm angry, I lost. And you have high profile match and you lose, or you're sidekick to somebody else's story. What is Seth Rollins? What does he stand for? Where is he going? What is a feud? I don't even care that you don't care about CM Punk. What is your story? What do you have to prove? Why is everything recycled? I hate Punk. I hate Drew. I hate this. The Bronson Reed thing was a breath of fresh air. At least had a new feud or something. Where is he going? He is stuck in B+ limbo. Drew McIntyre, the MVP of 2024, keeping feuds interesting, keeping intrigue, good promos, off camera, on camera, Twitter. The guy has gone through a lot last year in his personal life, and the guy still shows up. He is a superstar, and you're treating him like a Dolph Ziggler, a just in case bit. I love Dolph Ziggler or Nemeth, but you have these people, bench warmers, where if something happens or there's an injury or something or there's an open spot, you slot them in. You're treating Drew like an afterthought, and he's an A-star player. Fix him. He can have really good feuds with people, but you booked him as a stupid jobber, and we don't need him to fight Damian Priest or anything. We need to put him in the top spot. Even go after Cody. I want him to go after Cody. Sutton, elevate Drew McIntyre because we need that in these streets. Okay? Because I don't know, can Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins this year can take any more losses? If they take more losses, just go for the Intercontinental Championship, for real. I don't think they can take any more losses like this. And it doesn't mean anything. I don't think so. What do they have to do? Drew has some pull. Like, Drew, he's got a little bit of Punk. He could go back for Punk for one more time and get a championship. But Seth, where is Seth is going with his career? You tell me in the comments. So, just to summarize with the thematic review, this episode of Raw was a big test to see with the direction of WrestleMania. People say WrestleMania is usually etched out around October, some Survivor Series, or November. I don't think so. I think it's really hard to figure out what they're doing, and they're testing as we go. Because of the lackluster of stars and the part-time schedule of certain of the stars or the legends what we do have, it's really hard, it's really hard for Triple H to book. He tested it out in the Rumble, who's over, and tested out storylines. Triple H tested things around Netflix and see how the crowd are reacting and stuff like that. Jey Uso is over, undoubtedly. And there's missed opportunity with these factions. What makes a good faction? I can't remember a good faction. Judgment Day is just dead. And the well has run dry with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. I don't think they're treated as stars. They're treated as afterthoughts and B players, supporting roles where they should be the main players. Let me know what you think about this thematic review. Please like and subscribe. We're growing small. When I do some business stuff, I want to do more content. Before Christmas, I was churning out the content, bruh. But I really, the more comments, the likes I get, it really helps. And when I sort out some business stuff, I'm gonna really try to take this to get monetized, try to get followers, and I'm just debating. I don't know if you make it to the end here. I don't know if I should show my face or not. Would that help? I'm not ugly or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm just trying to think, can I make it really good with a faceless channel? I don't know. I like being faceless. I don't have to think, I don't have to put on makeup. I can just talk and just be myself and give you the rawness and just give you the analysis and get you to think about wrestling in a different way. Anyhow, thank you for your time. Love you loads, and over and out when I review SmackDown later this week. Bye.